In quiet Bardstown, Kentucky, people cherished two things: the beauty of the autumn leaves and the warmth of familiar faces. Everyone knew each other, and secrets rarely stayed hidden for long. But something eerie lingered like the calm before an impending storm. Crystal Rogers was born on a cold December morning, just as the first snowfall of the season began. Her life was always meant to stand out. The Rogers, known for their town bakery and apple pies, had a rich family legacy. As a kid, Crystal would often be seen enjoying a treat at the bakery, her hair sprinkled with crumbs. She was a vibrant child, always laughing and full of dreams. The middle of three siblings, Crystal was close to her baking enthusiast brother Daniel and her youngest sister Emily. The three were inseparable and well known in town. Crystal's violin playing captivated many. Every evening, she'd serenade her family by the fireplace. Her gift led to a music scholarship, making the town proud. Beyond music, Crystal's kindness shone, always comforting others with words or a slice of delicious pie. As she matured, her dreams grew, but her love for Bardstown always remained the same. After college, she returned home and taught violin. Life had more surprises in store for Crystal. It was during one of her visits to the local coffee shop that she crossed paths with Brooks Houck. Their meeting was like a scene from a movie, a chance encounter, shared smiles, and conversations that seemed to flow effortlessly. Before they knew it, they were inseparable. Brooks, with his gentle demeanor and caring nature, was the perfect match for Crystal. Love was in the air, and it wasn't long before they started building a life together. Together, Crystal and Brooks crafted a life abundant with love and laughter, welcoming 4 joyful children into the world. Each child, unique in their own right, brought new adventures and love into the household. While their house buzzed with the lively energy of their 4 children, an exciting anticipation lingered in the air with the news of a 5th one on the way. The newest addition, a cheerful little boy, quickly became the heart of the family. Crystal's children warmly welcomed their youngest sibling, strengthening their close family bonds. In Crystal Rogers' home, mornings were filled with the aroma of pancakes and the gentle hum of a violin. By evening, her children would gather, their eyes wide and eager, as she spun tales from her childhood. Brooks, her boyfriend, would watch them with a smile, his hand in hers. Their days seemed to dance to a melody of love and laughter. But on July 3rd, 2015, that music suddenly stopped. Crystal, always a key part of her family's life, had disappeared without a trace. Every call to her phone was met with a stark, cold silence. The atmosphere grew palpably tense when, along the Bluegrass Parkway, they discovered Crystal's red Chevrolet Impala. It stood there, solitary and conspicuously out of place, with a deflated tire. Her keys, her phone, and purse remained inside, as though patiently awaiting her return. The burden of worry became insufferably heavy, prompting Sherry Ballard, her mother, to report her missing. Brooks, looking lost, told the police about the last evening before Crystal went missing. Crystal was on her phone all night playing some random games, he said, and when the morning sun arose, she and her car were gone. The little ones of Crystal, too young to fully grasp the gravity, would often peer out the window, waiting, hoping to see their mother's familiar face once more. The Ballard family was at the center, desperate for answers about Crystal's mysterious disappearance. From the onset, their fingers pointed subtly at one man, Brooks Houck. Crystal's sister was brave enough to voice her concerns, mentioning how Brooks never joined any search team or offered a comforting hand to the grieving family. If this mysterious tale has already captivated you, smash that like button, share the intrigue, and subscribe now. Don't miss the unraveling threads of this mystery. Stay with us, and let's continue exploring the deepest secrets of Crystal Rogers' disappearance together. On the 8th of July, just days after Crystal vanished, Brooks found himself sitting in a stark room at the Nelson County Sheriff's Office. As questions circled him, his phone rang. It was his brother, Nick Houck, an officer with the Bardstown Police. His message to Brooks was clear: don't talk. This raised eyebrows. Why would a police officer advise against cooperating? The puzzle pieces started shifting. The next day, Nick was ushered in to speak before a grand jury, a group responsible for evaluating if there was enough evidence for a trial. His sudden involvement led police to wonder if he played a role in Crystal's disappearance. Initially, Nick appeared cooperative, but as the days passed, he became more reserved. It took a push from the Kentucky State Police and the FBI to get him to agree to a lie detector test on July 20th. The results? They were unsettling enough for the Bardstown police chief to become deeply concerned. By mid-October, Nick lost his badge, and his brother Brooks became a key figure in the investigation. Then, an old white car took center stage in this unfolding drama. A private investigator pointed out that a white Buick was seen at the Houck family's farm the night Crystal went missing. The threads of this clue led to the Houck brothers' grandmother, Anna Whitesides. She had owned such a car but had sold it just weeks after Crystal's disappearance. The timing was suspicious. Police believed this vehicle might have been used in connection with the crime, perhaps even to move Crystal's body. They urgently wanted Anna to speak before the grand jury, but Anna stood her ground, refusing to speak. Her lawyer stepped in, arguing that she had already provided all the needed information. Later, a decision was made to keep all dealings with Anna away from the public eye. As summer turned to fall in 2016, the investigation led authorities to search the homes of Anna and Nick, hoping to find traces of evidence, perhaps DNA, that might unlock the mystery of Crystal's disappearance. And as the golden hues of autumn adorned Bardstown the following year, a cold wind of sorrow swept through. Tommy Ballard, Crystal's devoted father who spent all his time trying to find his daughter, was sadly shot and killed. He was hunting with his grandson on our family land in Nelson County when it happened. It was a foggy morning, and they were walking through the woods, not knowing something terrible was about to happen. Suddenly, a loud gunshot rang out, and Tommy was gone, leaving the young boy scared and alone. What was supposed to be a peaceful day outside turned into a terrible moment that brought more pain and mystery to the Ballard family. The burning question on everyone's mind was whether the tragic fates of Crystal and Tommy were related. Was there a sinister plot lurking in the shadows? Or was it a string of heartbreaking coincidences? Even as years trickled by, Crystal's whereabouts remained a haunting enigma. Desperate to find her, a reward of $100,000 was announced for any shred of information leading to her. In 2019, a new beacon of hope emerged with the appointment of Ramon Pineroa as the Nelson County Sheriff. In a candid conversation, Pineroa shared that while they had inklings of the events surrounding Crystal's disappearance, the real challenge lay in amassing concrete evidence to ensure justice was served. The mysteries of Bardstown had settled into an uneasy quiet. But as 2023 rolled in, a sudden breakthrough breathed life into the stagnant investigations of Crystal Rogers' baffling disappearance. Two local men were thrust into the spotlight, and the town was again abuzz with speculations, fear, and hope for closure. Brody Mitchell, a 34-year-old local mechanic, and Nick Harmon, Crystal's ex-boyfriend, were indicted on charges connected to her disappearance. A man who once claimed to have loved Crystal now stood accused of playing a role in the most tragic chapter of her life. The evidence, as presented in court, was compelling. Surveillance footage from a nearby gas station dated July 3, 2015, showed a suspicious exchange between the two men. This footage, previously overlooked due to its grainy quality, had been enhanced using recent technological advancements, revealing the clandestine meeting in more detail. Witness testimonies added further weight to the prosecution's case. Several locals reported seeing Brody's truck near the Bluegrass Parkway on the night of Crystal's disappearance. Another witness claimed to have overheard a heated argument between Nick and Crystal just days before she went missing. And perhaps the most damning evidence of all was the discovery of a small pendant, one that Crystal often wore, in the basement of Nick's residence. The trial became the talk of the town. Every day the courtroom was packed, with residents eager to witness the proceedings. The defense argued fervently, stating that the evidence was circumstantial and that both men had alibis for the night in question. But as the days progressed, more and more secrets began to unravel. It was revealed that Nick, burdened by financial troubles and a tumultuous relationship with Crystal, had reached out to Brody for help. The nature of this help remained a point of contention throughout the trial. As the trial proceedings captivated local conversations, an additional surprise struck the community in September. Joseph Lawson, 32, A different local individual was indicted by a Nelson County grand jury on conspiracy to commit murder and tampering charges. The dates linked him directly to the time frame of Rogers' disappearance. Crystal's family revealed they were informed of this development before it became public knowledge. Then, in a rapid succession of events on October 5, 2023, Brooks Houck, Crystal's present boyfriend, found himself in the Nelson Circuit Court's dock. The prosecutor's request for a staggering $10 million bond added gravity to the situation. In a revelation that had left the court gasping, it was unveiled that a gun, sold by Houck's brother under a false identity, might be connected to the tragic death of Tommy Ballard, Crystal's father. Over 8 years later, Crystal's boyfriend, Brooks Houck, was finally arrested, facing murder and evidence tampering charges related to the case. The futures of Brooks Houck, Brody Mitchell, and Nick Harmon are uncertain as they go through different trials and legal challenges. But the mystery about what happened to Crystal still remains. Is she alive, or did something bad happen to her? If she died, where is the body, and who killed her? These unanswered questions continue to leave the public baffled. But irrespective of the outcome, one thing was clear. The haunting mystery of Crystal Rogers' disappearance had once again cast a long shadow over Bardstown, and the town would never be the same again. If this intense journey into the perplexing disappearance of Crystal Rogers and the subsequent tragedies that befell the Ballard family gripped your attention, be sure to hit like and press subscribe. Our exploration today peeled back the layers of a community tangled in mystery, fear, and unexpected twists, reminding us that often, dark secrets lurk beneath the surface of seemingly quiet towns. This story explores the strong love parents have and the hurt that comes from unexpected lies and betrayal. It shows us different sides of how people relate to each other and how far some will go to keep their secrets safe. It's a journey through deep feelings and hidden truths, exploring both the beauty and pain found in human relationships. Thank you for unraveling this poignant tale with Vice Confidential. Remember, countless untold stories are lingering in the shadows, just waiting to be unearthed. Stay sharp, remain curious, and we'll see you on the other side.